Since my previous video looking into the homes of my subscribers, I've had a whole bunch of new submissions that I'm excited to share with you. In this video, we've got a luxurious, magnificent bachelor pad from an older gentleman, we've got some teenagers' bedrooms, and we've got some homes that are somewhere in between. As before, I haven't spent too much time looking at these yet because I want to give you my raw and honest reaction. But I think you're going to find it very useful and inspiring looking at these homes, and it will get you thinking about how you might want to change or improve yours. I'm keeping these anonymous, but feel free to identify yourselves in the comments. So I'm going to make a Manhattan, and then let's take a look. So this first home, this was sent in by one of my oldest subscribers. He's been watching my channel for a really long time. He's also one of the older viewers. You know, a lot of the guys that watch this channel are young. This guy, I think he's maybe in his 50s or 60s, but what you're going to see here is a bit of a masterclass in how to create an elegant bachelor pad. Obviously, this guy has had more time to acquire cool pieces and develop his tastes, but I think you can learn a lot from this. So let's start by looking at the living room. Everything here looks perfectly in place, and it's so well curated and furnished. I love the different seating options that he has with this big leather sofa, the two individual chairs, and then it looks like a reading chair back there. This would be a great place to relax just by yourself with another person, or even to host a party. See that he's got a great selection of artwork, which we're going to take a closer look at soon. Some coffee table books, quite a small TV, which actually looks quite elegant, I think. Some art above the walls. So this is a really nice living room. We have another view of it here where you can see some scatter cushions on the sofa. Definitely want to get some scatter cushions. Another great piece of artwork back there. Lamps, you'll see there's lots of lamps throughout this home. I think this is really hard to tell because it's not the best quality photo. I can't tell if this is some kind of decanter or this is just a metal sculpture of some sorts. Let's move on up to the kitchen. Okay, so quite a small kitchen. Not a whole lot to work with, but really well done. Very clean and tidy. Not too much stuff on the countertops. Nothing really lying around apart from the essentials like a coffee maker. Not too much to say about the kitchen because it is quite minimal and clean, so it's really perfect. Let's go into the dining area. Very nice dining set there. I like the glass table, the chairs. That looks kind of like blue velvet to me. I really like this chandelier up here. So you can see with this apartment so far that it doesn't have to be old-fashioned to be classy. It can be very modern and sophisticated at the same time. I notice some more artwork here, another bust. Lots of nice natural light coming into this place through the windows too. Let's take a look in the bedroom. Beautiful bedroom. I really love the use of the rug underneath the bed. That creates just such a cozy setting. It's kind of like a cozy little landing pad for the bed. The bed itself looks extremely comfortable. I really like the different pillows that he's got here. The artwork. There's a matching theme of blue here, you'll see, with the rug, the artwork, and the pillows. Matching nightstands and lamps, which is great. Got a mirror up there. Beautiful view of the park over there. Very well furnished. Very clean. Has everything that you need, but nothing that you don't. Let's take a look in the bathroom. This is the only photo I have of the bathroom. Very clean indeed. Got the necessities on the counter, but nothing that looks scattered or over the top. Looks very well maintained and clean. I love the white marble. Obviously you don't always get to choose the bathroom that you have, but this one is a really beautiful bathroom and he's making the most of it. And now we have a closer look at some of the artwork that this guy has. Really love this piece. I imagine this might be an original piece. I'm not sure of the artist, but really fascinating. And we spoke about nude art before. I previously discouraged the use of nude photographs like old Playboy pinups or something that you think is sexy but it could come across as quite tacky. I think this is an example of how to have nudes in a tasteful way. Really, the nudity isn't the focus, it's the art that's the focus, and there happens to be nudity, but nothing that's perverse here at all. I think this is really tastefully done. Of course, there's no need for nude art if you don't want to have any nude art. I don't have anything nude in my apartment, but if you have a particular affinity with an artist or a particular piece and there happens to be nudity, I don't think that means that you shouldn't display it. I think you have to consider if it's done tastefully. So that's the first place. I think it's, as I said, it's a masterclass on creating a elegant, modern bachelor pad. I'm sure this has provided some inspiration for you, and I'm excited to see what the next one has to offer. Starting again in the living room. This one has more of a directly masculine energy. You can very much tell that this is a man's home. But I think this, again, is done really, really well. This is a nice, big, spacious living room. I love the armchair here with the footstool, the black leather sofa, coffee table there, desk set up. There's a lot of furniture here. There's a lot going on, but it has the space to make it work, and it still looks well arranged. This is quite the bar. I have to commend this man. He has pretty much everything and anything you can think of, and he has the cocktail making set up there, some different glasses. So I imagine this is a man who, whatever drink you want, he can make it for you, and I think that's a great quality to have, and it's great to have the equipment and beverages that you need to do that. I think this is Roger Moore, I'm pretty sure. I really like these prints. They say a lot about his personality. The black and white looks very tasteful. I like the rug under here. This actually brings some color and lightness into the room, which I think is necessary because all of the furniture is black. Let's take a look at the kitchen, which we can kind of see in the corner here. Okay, well this is very cohesive with the furniture because these black cabinets and doors look really elegant. I like the bar stool set up here. Even the bin looks elegant. Kitchen, very clean. Nothing out that doesn't need to be out. All the necessities. I like this very, very much. The island kitchen is a really nice touch too. Obviously not something you can choose. Really like the overhead lighting here that he's got too. So far I really don't have anything bad to say about any of the homes that we've looked at. Moving on to the bedroom now. The only thing I would change here is I think this room has space to accommodate a bigger bed. When it comes to beds, bigger is better, I think. So I would move this bed into the middle, get rid of this or move this elsewhere, then have two nightstands either side. It continues the black and white theme, which I think works really well for him. I like this lamp up here. I like the table lamp. He's got different points of lighting. I like this little, kind of like an outfit valet. I can imagine this is where you lay your clothes out the night before. Really nice touch. Maybe, if I'm being critical, I'm not a huge fan of this metal bed frame. In my opinion, it looks a little bit cheap, a little bit immature. I think this room could be improved with a different kind of bed frame, but it's really not a huge deal. I like the chair back there, rug. This guy has a great eye for detail and placement. Bathroom continues this theme with some nice photographs. What are these? Oh, these are like diagrams of shaving, which works pretty well for the bathroom. I really like that. Very clean, not too much on the counters, which I like. This is a great bathroom. Nice towels, bath mat. Yeah, this is a perfect man's bathroom in my opinion. Great work. I really like this apartment overall. I think this is a very masculine place, but it looks like a sophisticated masculine place. When you look at this home, you can picture the kind of man that lives there, and you're picturing a successful, attractive man, which is exactly what you want with your home. So I really don't have too much bad to say about this place. I think it's a place that's going to inspire a lot of people, I think. So thank you so much for sending this in. Okay, so I remember this one now. I think this was a younger guy for sure, and I can't remember if he's sharing this with people or if this is his place by himself, but he's pretty young from what I remember. So this living room, it's suffering a little bit from lack of purpose. Obviously, the individual furniture is not bad. I don't mind the dining table. I don't mind the chair and the footstool. I don't know why it's not facing the window. But the desk, it just doesn't look like it belongs in there, quite frankly. I understand there might be a practical reason for it being there as opposed to elsewhere, but it's throwing the room off for sure. And it's really disrupting what could be quite a cohesive, pleasing aesthetic. Let's move on into the bedroom. Okay, well, there's nothing particularly bad about this bedroom, but I do think it needs some work. I think that firstly, the bedding itself is not particularly appealing. It's very crinkled. It looks quite thin and maybe old. I think it could definitely benefit with some better pillows, matching pillows at least. Get some more sleeping pillows on, get a more cozy duvet or comforter, get a throw on there. It looks like there's no nightstand either. I would get one of those. Now these photographs, I remember he told me, these are actually photographs from Fellini's archives from La Dolce Vita, which is really cool. However, they are not making the most of this space here. He needs a bigger piece of artwork here, or perhaps some furniture in this corner, so that the room doesn't feel so empty. Right now this feels a little empty and cold. It has quite a peaceful atmosphere and it has a nice view out the window, but it needs more stuff. It needs more personality. The bed needs to be more comfortable and cozy. There needs to be a nightstand. I would introduce some extra points of lighting with a floor lamp and consider removing these around and having something that can be more of a focal point on this wall. And a rug on the floor as well. This one is the bathroom, obviously. As this guy knows, and he said this in his email, the bathroom isn't the nicest bathroom. I think he's making the most of it. It looks clean. He doesn't have too much stuff lying around. He has his shower caddy up here. I would add a shower curtain that's more nice to look at than just this plain white one. You got to do what you can do with this. Yeah, the flooring is not great, but I understand that this might be what this guy can afford, and it's a bit of a dated apartment. There's nothing horrendous about this at all. I think he's making the most of a bad situation. I would just add a better shower curtain for sure. Maybe something with like a bit of a burnt orange or some kind of pattern. Just anything but white, really. And then we have the kitchen. The kitchen suffers from the same problem as the bathroom. Unfortunately, what's there just isn't very nice to look at. But again, it looks clean and tidy. Let's see what they have out here. Yeah, some wine bottles. Maybe they could be in the cupboard. Some washing up's been done there. It looks pretty clean, to be fair. I'm not sure what I would do about this kitchen. It's not great, but I do think he's making the most of it. So, I don't really have anything critical to say about this one. One day you'll move into a more upgraded apartment and you'll have a nice modern kitchen and you'll keep it clean just like you kept this one clean and it will look great. We have 3 down and 3 to go. Okay. So this is the living room. What I'm seeing here is a bit of a Western aesthetic. Got the leather and the tartan, some kind of horn here. Then we've got these photos of a Western scene. I quite like this actually. Oh, there's a little bar area here, very nice. Yeah, this is kind of reminding me a bit Ralph Lauren Western, the cowhide on the floor. Looks a bit like an urban kind of Western themed living room, which I like. I think it's subtle, you know, it's not over the top. It's just a nice display of your personality and your unique tastes, but it's done in a very balanced way. I really like this lamp actually. That's a really beautiful lamp and table. Nice sofa too, actually. So yeah, the things that he has in here I really like. Oh, is this frozen? Okay. I'm trying to think what I would change in here. I can't honestly say too much. Let's see how the rest of the house is looking. Here's the bedroom. So we have a bit of the bit of a different aesthetic in here. I'm not quite sure. Okay, there's some boats here. Not sure what that is, but it's a really nice bedroom. One thing I really commend this man on is the bedding with the throw, the arrangement of pillows. This is perfect. This looks like a top hotel. I really like his desk setup. That's a nice chair. Again, I don't really know why people put their work from home space in the bedroom, but whatever floats your boat. Nice lamp. We have a nightstand here with the cowboy hat up there. So the Western theme does continue. I wonder why he keeps it there. I don't want to think about that. But nice bedroom. It has carpet, so that keeps it cozy. Ceiling fan. And I like the color on the walls as well. This off-white. It works really well. This is the only guy who sent in a photo of his closet. Perhaps because he has a huge closet and he wanted to show it off. This video isn't about fashion, so I'm not going to talk about the clothes. Although he does seem to have more t-shirts than somebody who I would imagine subscribes to my channel. And then finally we have the bathroom. Nice big bathroom again. A little bit cluttered on the counters. I'm going to assume as well that most people taking these photos have put the home in the best condition rather than just how it was. So maybe they've had a little tidy up. So I would consider what you can do with some of the stuff that's out here, put it away, because you have this really beautiful white marble countertop. And it's a shame to hide that. Looks very clean, well coordinated. Personally, I don't like the color of these towels, but it's not a big deal. Very nice bathroom. So this was a really interesting place. I think this was a great example of how to add a flair of personality while still keeping it universally appealing. This is a place like some of the other places we've looked at where pretty much any woman would come over and go, oh, this guy has a nice place. This guy has his stuff together. So I really respect that. I'm very grateful for him to send it in. And if you guys like a bit of the Western aesthetic, then this might be inspirational for you. I think this is a great guide how to incorporate that in a tasteful way. So to finish off, we have a couple of bedrooms only from some younger guys that they sent in. And I'm aware that lots of you watching this will only have a bedroom to work with. That's absolutely fine. There's a lot you can do in just one room to make it look perfect. In fact, it's a bit easier because you don't have to worry about doing a whole house or a whole apartment. So I think this guy said he was late teens. And overall, this is a pretty nice bedroom for somebody of that age. It's quite clean and tidy, has a house plant. We've got some books and stuff down here. Chair. Nice desk setup. Bedside table. The rug. This is a rug, yeah? The rug is huge. I would go for a smaller rug, and I would go for something that creates more of a contrast with the carpet. Right now, this kind of looks like a second thin carpet laid on top. So you could go for something that's maybe this kind of size here in a contrasting color. That would bring an extra dimension. Let's take a look at another angle. Okay. I honestly don't really like this too much, which I feel mean saying because this looks like it was done for him and maybe this was a special thing, but I just think things with your name on do look quite childish. And I imagine that one of the aims that this guy has with his bedroom is to make it look more mature and sophisticated, which I think he's actually doing a really good job of overall. It's just little things that can let that slip. So that's one I would change. I'm also noticing that there's really, aside from this, there's not really much art on the walls. So I would go for some big pieces of art. That's going to make a big difference. And obviously it doesn't have to be original art. Get some posters in frames or get some canvases like what I have behind me. These were about $100 for the set. Can make a really big difference. I'm going to go back to the first photo briefly. I also think a similar thing about this bunting. It does look a little bit immature. A poster or a piece of art up here would be better. But overall, I think this is a pretty good start for a bedroom. It only really needs a few minor upgrades and it's going to look like the bedroom of a guy who's 5-10 years older than you and much more sophisticated than the average guy. So overall, well done. Okay, so the final submission, I beg your pardon. This isn't a guy who just has a bedroom. This is his whole... He has his own apartment, he said, but he didn't send photos of the other rooms. So we just have the bedroom to go off. Okay. I think some of you guys know what I'm going to say about this. The bedding and the curtains. It's way, way, way too loud, and honestly, this is like what my grandma would have. The rest of the room is done really well, and a big opportunity to make an easy upgrade to a bedroom is by changing the bedding and the curtains. And the bedding and the curtains here really throw the whole place off and make it look quite garish and unappealing, in my opinion. I like the lamp. I like the desk even. Again, this could benefit with some art on the walls. We're going to take another look at this angle here. Again, the rug has this kind of garish floral print. I really don't think this is working. If you changed the curtains, the bedding and the rug to something more masculine and sophisticated and more simple, this room would look so much better. As I said, nice desk. Very clean and tidy, this place. I really respect that. Just some art on the walls would really make a difference, and maybe some shelves with some books as well. Okay, so now we have the full eye of the bedding staring at me. This nightstand could definitely do with a lamp. I don't mind the bed, actually. I think it's okay. Was there a nightstand on the other side? I can't see. If not, I would add the same nightstand on the other side. Looks like you have room for it, and definitely add matching table lamps on both nightstands. So for me, this place has great potential. It's just really not to my tastes, and honestly, I don't see this being to many people's tastes, including women, especially young women. So a really easy fix for this would just be to change your curtains, bedding, and the rug. Get a couple of framed posters or pieces of art. Get a nightstand on the other side if you don't have one, and matching lamps for those, and this place is going to look great. Gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed today's video and taking a look at the bachelor pads of your fellow subscribers. I want to hear from you in the comments if there's anything that you saw today that has inspired you to make a change in your home. It seems like this is becoming an ongoing series now, which is great because I don't have to write a script. So if you would like to have your home featured in the next video, please send photos to gent.z.style@gmail.com. I will put the email address in the description too. And it is just over 1 week now until the Gent Z event takes place in Chicago. Please RSVP using the link in the description. It's totally free. I just want to know how many people to expect. So thank you for watching today's videos. I look forward to seeing you guys at the meetup, and I'll catch you in the next one.